Hello and welcome back to We Are Tottenham TV. We are here today for the pre-match pump-up for Tottenham versus Manchester United at the Tottenham Stadium. All the while, Ben is streaming as well, live from the protest that is going on at the minute with lots of shouting and cheering and lots of people there. So thank you for joining us. I'm joined today by an English contingent and an American contingent, and I'm putting you in the American contingent, Bobby K. Even though you're Canadian, it's the same thing in my eyes because you sound the same. So Jimbo's here from Kate and Jimbo, Leo's here from Mile High Hotspur, and Bobby was here from Three Spurs Boys. Jimbo, first of all, how you doing?
He's probably behind his screen swearing.
And we do not sound alike, Kate. Canadians and Americans do not sound alike, eh?
So to me, you do, but that's just me. I'll probably get told I'm racist now, so perhaps I should shut up about that. But Jimbo, how you doing, my lovely?
I'm good, thank you, darling. Ready to
Got
go?
your new retro shirt on, ready for the game. I like it a lot.
Get in, Jimbo.
Leo, is this your debut on the channel?
It's my debut doing a pump up. Yes, I know I did a couple of call-in shows with the homie Barry. I want to take a quick second. I'm taking my hat off to all of these individuals there because I got emotional watching this throughout the countdown because we all want a change for Tottenham. You know what I mean? And Kate and I were talking a bit behind stage, like how is it that a global fan base can really try and help this cause out, and we're kind of stuck between a hard place and a rock and a hard place because all we can do is shout and scream. We can't really like walk down the high road with this group of people. So my hat goes off. It really made me emotional seeing just how much people want change for our club. And it's good to see that it's kind of happening. Seems to be like in a not violent way. You know what I mean? It seems like it's happening all orchestrated well. It seems like the game plan is going accordingly, right? Change for Tottenham. Let's make it about the change for Tottenham. And, man, my hat goes off to all of the homies. And big up to everybody tuning in here today.
Exactly that. Exactly that. Bobby, are you there or are you snowed in? Bless Bobby. He did phone me first thing this morning to show me the 2.5 feet of snow that fell overnight. But, Bobby, are you there? Bobby, our favourite Canadian. How are you, Bobby? How are you doing, sir? Canadian.
I think we're having some tech issues over there at the Bobby K house.
So as we know, obviously, Jim, a good Valentine's Day gift would have been, I don't know, a map or an encyclopedia.
I go by my ears.
I guess when you live on that tiny little island, right?
You sound similar.
And you're always hanging out with Mickey Hazard. You sound like Gemma Atkinson, but I don't say anything.
Well, it's true. It's true.
Bloody hell, Bobby. How do you know who she is? That's impressed me that you know who she is.
Oh, only because of that video from Ben. That's only because of the video from Ben.
There we go. But welcome to
the Karen one, right?
Yeah.
Welcome to Karen.
Welcome to everyone that's joining us. We appreciate it. Big up, first of all, to Jacob Key, who has become a YouTube member. Thank you very much indeed. As I did say, Dave, still on We Are Tottenham TV, but Ben is streaming live from the protest. But more important things than the protest today. Tottenham at home to Manchester United, a team that we've been unbeaten against the last 4 meetings, 2 draws, 2 wins. The Optum supercomputer has put our chances of winning at 42%, with a draw at 26% and an away win at 32%. Vicario Madazu Doggy possibly returning today. United without Mainu, Ugarte, Diallo, and there's rumoured that Ericsson and Casemiro are starting, which for me, they're not that good, really. Jimbo, how are you feeling about today's game? Are you confident?
Very, very confident. Very confident. I think that we will win today.
Well, you do normally think that, but I mean,
I think again. I think that look. If there's any team that's been as bad as us, it's been them, right?
Yeah.
And they just look at least we're getting some players back, which is going to help. I think Madders is going to start. I think there's been some hints that he's going to start, but they just look very disjointed, Kate. I think is it right if I say that since Amarins took over, they picked up 7 points? Is that right, or something? Something ridiculous.
Yeah, they've not done very well. Let's be fair. I think it's only Brentford, West Ham, no, Everton, Brentford, West Ham and Palace have accumulated less points than Manchester United, which is shocking, really.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, two teams bang out of form. Leo, how are you feeling about the game today? You confident?
I feel like this is definitely that Optum computer probably nailed it right on. Man United they're struggling, so are we. But this is a dangerous game when you come up against a team that has its back against the ropes too. Just like we are in a bad run of form or this turmoil, so is Manchester United. Manchester United need to pick up points if they're going to want to have any type of momentum with this new manager. And of course, Tottenham getting some new players probably could boost our squad. How much form will these players be able to pick up while they get on the pitch right away? I hope we can. I'm feeling confident about today's game. If we have any type of game plan, I say stick to it, and let's see if we could pick up the points today. It's easy mid-table clash, right? Lower mid-table clash. So we should be okay with this one.
We should be. What about you, Bobby? Obviously, it's not been a great time to be a Spurs fan at the minute, but
why not?
It's got to change eventually. It's got to change at some point.
Yeah,
look at your face,
ridiculous
Bobby.
comments this morning. First, you don't know the difference between Canada and America, which are two countries that are both dwarf the size of your little island. And secondly, you what do you mean there's something wrong with Spurs lately? I don't get it.
Well, okay, let's pretend there's nothing wrong with Spurs.
Nothing's wrong with Spurs. What a great team to support. I'm stuck in here with about 5 feet of snow outside, so trust me, things could always be worse, folks. Things could always be worse. Got quite a few players returning from injury today, so let's see how many of them are actually going to impact the game, which will be nice to see. Let's just all we can do is kind of put a few things together and hope that we can end the season on a high note, pick up that Europa trophy, and I hate to say it, but I think the trouble is off.
Yeah, the single's on.
I know.
The single's definitely on. I mean, at the end of the day,
it's always next year, Bobby.
Who really wants to win the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup? It's all about Europa League, let's be fair. And I'm sure that's been on Angie's mind the whole time. I'm certain.
Let's go.
So
big up everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining us today. I know we're going to be slim here because everybody's watching what's happening with the march and everything too. So much love and much support to everybody that's out there doing the march as well. Let's just hope it looks like it's good numbers. Let's hope it makes some bit of a difference now. Yeah. All the positive things that we all want for Spurs, right? So at the end of the day, regardless of what side of the fence we're on, how we feel about manager and players and stuff, there's one common unity we have, and that is just success for the club.
Yeah, exactly that. Happy belated birthday, Paige, a Man United fan. Hope you lose today, though. Paige. Sorry. We need it. We need it more than you. Spurs have picked up 4 points from their last 8 league games. But like I said earlier, they're unbeaten in 4 Premier League games against Manchester United. Jim, Vicario, I've got him in my predicted 11 today. I think he walked straight back into the team. I think Kinski had a fantastic debut, but then looked a little bit shaky. So I'm putting Vic straight back in. What about you? If he's fit, what are you doing?
I think apart from his silly mistake against Villa, I thought he did really well against Villa. I thought that he saved us from an embarrassment. So but I would prefer Vicario in for sure. So I think he will go straight back in. But as I said to you before, Kate, with Ange, you never know, do you? But I'm hoping he'll put him in.
Leo, what about you? And what about Madders and Udogie, who are both possible returns today? Do you start any of them, or do you have them on the bench?
So, yeah, I agree with Jimbo. As much as Kinski has stepped in and been a bit of a fresh air, not being such a drop off from Vicario to Kinski. However, Kate, when we were sitting next to each other at the stadium, what did I tell you? The only one that was being vocal that day was Vicario, right? Vicario was the only one that was being loud, trying to organize anything. So I'm hoping if he does step back into the lineup, he's going to add probably a bit more, dare I say this, a bit of leadership, more vocal from the back. Probably more than Kinski brings to the table. I do appreciate what Kinski brings to the table with his feet, and I feel like he needs to be a bit more quicker with his decision making, but that will definitely come around with getting more time in the seat. But for right now, we need to pick up points. I think Vicario gives us the best opportunity for that. As far as Matters and Destiny Udogie coming back into the lineup, look, I'm all for it. The only thing I worry about is who is going to come out on the left or right back position to make way for, obviously if Udogie comes back in, what's going to happen on the right side? Is Porro going to get a rest? Are we going to see Spence? So there's a lot of variables that come into question with this, my homie. If I'm honest with you, I don't want to see Udogie back in the lineup just yet. I would like to see what we can do with this, with Gray and Spence, and if Porro's up to it, we have some versatility there, so I'm okay with that. As far as Matters, if he's willing, and I'm not saying he goes out there and doesn't play for the badge, but if he's willing to go out there and show an effort today for the badge and play these great games that we can see him score a goal right away, and when he scores a goal right away, he gets into rhythm. He starts making passes that he might not have made early on in the game. He starts to find his shooting boots. So if this is the James Maddison that is going to come into the picture today, I'm all for it, my homies. But if we're going to get this James Maddison that's just going to be causing a ruckus and trying to get these fouls and just, hindering our performance, then, well, there we go. We're about to find out right now, my homie. Let's go.
As predicted, Vicario walked straight back into the team. We've got Pedro Porro, Danso, Davis and Spence, with Bergvall, Bentancur and Madders walking straight back into the team as well. Kulu, Tell and Sonny make up the front three, with Kinski, Udogie, Gray, Basuma, Sarr, Mikey Moore, Odebear. Wow, Odebear's back. Johnson and Scarlett on the bench. So Johnson and Odebear are both back, along with Udogie, all make it on the bench. That's the starting 11, Bobby. What's your thoughts?
I'm glad to see Vicario's back. For me, Kinski was really shaky. I saw that in that when he conceded that penalty to Liverpool. I think we had that conversation. Right after that, you could see he was just completely rattled. He couldn't even make a 5-yard pass appropriately after that. With Villa, he did make a mistake, but he seemed to bounce back a little bit stronger. But I think his confidence is at a bit of a shake. I honestly believe that after that Liverpool game, Austin should have started that the Villa game personally. But it is what it is. It's in the past now. We look at this game. We look forward. I'm glad Big Vic is back. Got nothing but love for the guy. I think Kinski is going to be good, but he just needs a little bit of, let's say, finessing into the league a little bit more with his confidence, learning how to respond more positively to his mistakes instead of just breaking down or letting him rattle. The one change I would like to have seen, if Udogie is 100%, then him come in instead of Porro, because I think Porro not only has he been, poor, but I think the guy needs a break. It's nice to see Gray is finally getting to sit down for a minute. So big up, Nick. So that's a nice change there as well. Bergvall, it's nice to see him getting another crack as well. Kids look pretty decent. He looks like he's definitely trying to play for his minutes, and it's nice to see Tell come in and get another start as well. So let's see if he can hopefully make Sonny look good, because Sonny's going to get a brace today. Tell's going to set him up twice.
Wow.
But I think the front line looks good.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got a lot of options for pace to come in too, right? So without Johnson there, so.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's the first time in a while our bench has been that strong. Udogie, Gray, both excellent. Basuma, Sarr, Moore, Odebest, Johnson and Scarlett. Like you say, there are players there that can come on and change the game. Scarlett,
which we've been missing a lot of. So
yeah, we have been missing. I mean, Jim, looking at that, first of all, when that came up, I immediately took a bit of a sigh of relief to see Vicario back. Why are you laughing?
Let's Dragons comment there. I reckon Bakari is going to get a brace today. Yes.
I hope
Hey,
so.
hey. All jokes aside, my son is playing goalie in the age group he's supposed to play in, but he's got 7 goals from goalie, playing goalie. And then the senior team where he plays as a forward, he's got 3 goals all season.
Yep, he has. He definitely has. Jimbo, obviously, we're still with that Romero van der Ven. Vicario, though, playing, we know he likes to play a bit of a sweeper keeper role at times. Porro, I agree with Bobby. I would have liked to have seen him rested, but we don't know just how ready Udogie is. But that back 4 and, well, 5, including Vicario, it makes me feel a little bit more relieved than the back line that we've had recently.
Well, look, Kate, let's everybody says, right, everybody's been saying, not everybody, but a lot of people have been saying that don't make excuses with the injuries. Look, we got 3 or 4 of them back, and look what a difference it makes, you know, to the team we got out there, to the subs. It makes a huge difference. So having injuries, it is an excuse you can use so far, right? You can't make an excuse when there's lack of effort and stuff like that. But it does make a difference to the squad, a huge difference, and we can see that today because the bench looks as good as it's looked for a long time. So yeah, and I'm happy to see Vic back in. You know, I was screaming for Vic before we ever bought him. It's just that it looks to me a good balanced team as well. It looks balanced.
Yeah, I mean, Leo, before we look at the Man United lineup, coming to you, it's good, as Bobby touched on, Bergvall looks good. He's got Bentancur to sort of add the balance, but then he's got Maddison, who's quite attacking as well. There's a lot of creativity, I would say, out today. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. I like that midfield. The only thing that does worry me is what if we need to be a bit more defensive? Are we going to be able to cope with that? But that's just me going based on us seeing Manchester United's lineup. Strong lineup. Like I said, I prefer Udogie to get to stay on the bench for right now, rest up a bit more. Attacking options up front. I'm seeing Sonny. What is he going to be on the left side there? So that's probably my only concern, but it's not really like a concern, just my only takeaway from that. I'm looking at this lineup, and I think we have a very good chance of putting points on the board today, and walking away with a victory today on a very important day for all Tottenham fans.
Yeah, I agree. I was confident before the game, and I'm feeling a little bit more confident after seeing the team. But this is the Manchester United team. They've got Onana in goal, Mazraoui, De Ligt, Maguire, and Fernandes is captain. Then Højlund, Xerxes, Dorgu, Garnacho, Casemiro, Dalot. So no Eriksen as predicted, but they've got on the bench Harrison, Amas, Fredrickson, Heaven, Lindelof, Fletcher, Kone, Morehouse, and Obi. I've got to be honest, Bobby, and say I don't know really half of those on the bench. And apart from Bruno Fernandes, Garnacho, maybe Højlund sometimes. I mean, is there anyone there that worries you?
No. Like Hamdad said, relax. It's just United, guys. I love that. Hamdad, you put such a smile on my face with that comment. It's just United. Xerxes, we know, can have a game. Højlund as well. Fernandes can step up. Maguire's looked solid in a back 3, apparently. He's done very well. I haven't really watched United, obviously, but in terms of the United fans I do speak to, friends and family, they're saying that he's looking a lot more settled in a back 3. So, the sad reality is this is kind of the big battle of the unknowns today, isn't it? We went from being this used to be the battle of the Titans kind of thing, 2 big top 6 clubs, and now we're kind of the battle of the unknowns. Which team is going to show up? Who's going to turn up with more heart? I think that we have the edge just in terms of the fact that we have these injuries coming back. We're going to have a little bit of a bounce in the club. Big love, Daniel. And I think that players are now going to see that there's also competition for their places. So there's going to be a little bit more heart. There's going to be a bit more aggression. There's going to be a little bit more fight out there for them because they know now they have to actually put something in to keep their place, right? And that's kind of what I'm hoping for. That's all I want to see. I just want to see a big bite from our boys at home. You know, the fans should hopefully be pumped up for this, make a lot of noise. We've got a huge amount of pace. I don't think that's one thing. I think that's one thing they're seriously lacking is a lot of pace in their back line. So I think the advantage is towards us. But being a Spurs fan, the advantage is always towards us, isn't it, Jimbo?
I've got to say, we've got 400 people watching and 45 likes, which is pitiful.
That's, oh my God, that's depressing. You guys, you know what? I'm going to take you all upstairs and I'm going to show you a video of the 5 feet of snow outside that I'm going to have to shovel when the game is done. So that'll hopefully inspire you to hit the like button because it's sad times outside. It's sad times. Kate loves it though because it looks so pretty.
It does look so pretty.
Oh, shut up.
Jimbo, Benny says, I'm not scared of that lineup. Let's be fair, Benny. Man United, once upon a time, whether you went to them or they came to us, we used to be nervous. Man United were Bobby said it, they were titans. It's not like that anymore. I mean, do you think, how can I put it? I mean, Man United haven't been Man United of old for a long time.
Well, since Fergie left,
yeah.
Gary Neville said 3, 4, 5 years away. I think longer. I mean, what's your thoughts?
What, you're for United?
Yeah.
Well, how long's a piece of string? I mean, depends. It's the same with us. How far away are we? You know, it just depends on how much money they spend and who they bring in. That's what it boils down to at the minute. I think that they've wasted a lot of money, Kate, on players. You know, Anthony, what was he, 90 million or something? He's not even there now. I mean, they've wasted so much money. But it depends on what they're willing to spend and who they're willing to bring in. I've heard they're going to be spending money on their stadium. So that's going to cut down what they can spend. So it's the question, how long's a piece of string? Exactly the same for us. But I think at least with us that we've got something to look forward to with these youngsters, right? We've got these youngsters coming through. We've got some great youngsters, sprinkling a few top class older heads in there, and we'll be there quicker than United. I think that's for sure.
Yeah, you could be right. I forgot what I was going to say. Someone put something in the chat.
Oh, I know what you want to say. Hello, Nita.
Hello. Yeah, it was that, but no, it was something. Someone said something.
And everybody else in the chat, thank you for joining us today. Like Kate said, hit that like button because otherwise, you know. We give her a hard time saying that she didn't get this many likes when she was hosting, and like to tease
they
her
do.
And stuff like
they're
that.
mean.
And I don't need more ammunition to tease Kate, folks. I got lots.
They are very, very mean to me. Let me tell you.
Yes, keep it up, folks. Keep it up. United, we stand. Oh, wait a minute. That's not the right wording to use when we're playing United, are we? Oh, shoot.
No. I watched an interview with Tell this week, Leo, where he said, and I quote, I taught Bayern Munich to win, and I'm going to teach Tottenham to do the same. I'm not entirely sure that he alone taught Bayern Munich to win, but I like the fact that he said it. I mean, are you impressed with what you've seen of Tell so far? I know he's only been here 5 minutes, literally, but what do you think?
That's music to a fan's ears, right? You want to hear that he's going to come here and lead. Look, such a young kid, but his first 2 minutes and one of his first actions as a Spurs player that I remember is him telling the rest of the squad, you guys need to hustle up and come over here and help me press. I know he had just barely gotten onto the pitch and there was tired legs on the pitch, but this is winning. This is winning mentality, right? This is what you want to see from young, old, new, whatever type of player coming to your team, right? He's understanding that I need to press. I need to impose my speed. I need to impose my attributes, and I'm going to try and get my team to incorporate as well. For me, any type of team player, and especially one that's willing to say stuff like that. That's bold for a 19-year-old, 18, 19-year-old. That's bold. That's bold. So look, if a
19-year-old that just came to a new team and a new environment is trying to act like a leader already, being so young and in a new environment.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. These are all quality signs that
he's a child, Leo. He's a kid.
Yeah, I'm excited for him. I'm excited for him. I'm definitely I hope that, like you said, it's been 5 minutes. After today, it will be 10 minutes. We could get a bigger sample size. So we will definitely chat more about Tell because let me tell you something, my friends. He looks like something special.
He does. I would agree with that.
I see
Big
what
up
you did
to
there. Let me tell you
yeah,
something.
very clever.
I saw what you did. I saw what you did.
Big up Samuel Lynch with the super chat that says like, sub, super chat, and come on, you Spurs. Exactly that. If you
Samuel.
could just
Nice
like
one.
and sub, that will be
Oh, yeah.
amazing. I know what I was going to say. It's come back to me. This is what getting old does. It eventually will come back. Obviously, with players coming back, Bobby, today we got Madders, Udogie, Vicario back. People are saying the excuses now for Ange are running out. Now, personally, 11 injuries, yes, it is an excuse, but at the same time, it's also a fact. 11 injuries is a whole first team that we've had out.
Yeah.
Ange has got to start picking up some points, or this is going to be thrown in his face, right? I mean, I would say
100%.
Ange is under more pressure than Amorim at the moment. So do you agree that excuses are running out now that the players are coming back?
I hate to agree with you, but yes, I'm going to have to this time. They are at the end of the day, the sad reality is these are the excuses he was using, and the excuses are running out. Like you said, we've got players coming back. Like Jim and I already said earlier, it's nice to look at the bench and say, holy crap, we've actually got options. Not only do we have options, we've got players. We can sit here and argue as fans now that say, hold on, I think this person should be starting instead of this person. We haven't been able to do that in a long time. Now, not only is a bit of heat on him now, let's just focus on that part of it. Like you said, the players are back. Hopefully they're going to be lifted. I'm hoping to see that coming back, and that the fact that the competition for places is now alive and kicking again, that there's going to be a lot of fight for those places, going to be aggression. All the points that Leo brought up regarding Tell, this youngster coming in already, bringing in a bit of a fire into the dressing room, showing some spirit, showing some heart. I love that. It's great to see from a young player as well. So hopefully the others can kind of pick up on that energy and use it for us going forward. I really think that this is the time now for him to start pushing forward and for us to start picking up some points and get on track to go win that Europa League. Right, Jimbo?
100%.
Right, Jimbo?
You know what, Kate? You know what? Right.
Yeah.
Well, Chang likes to say now over to you, Kate. So I want to, Red Jimbo.
Yeah,
exactly.
I like it.
I'm trying to come up with my own thing. We know we got Chang and Kang, but if he's not here, we can't really do the superhero song.
You can give Ange a bit of leeway because of all the people we've had out. But look, he's got a good team out there, and he's got some good players on the bench. So yeah, we need to start picking up points now. So, but it does make a difference.
I do want to say. Sorry to cut you off, Jimbo. I seen the comment go away. Steve D, that honestly could be a telling comment that you just put there, brother. Like it really could be, especially how we're kind of touching on the fact that Ange has no. He's coming down to not being able to use the injury excuse as much or as heavy as he could have 2 weeks ago, a week ago, and now we're seeing. I mean, we just seen part of what's going on outside. Steve, a very good comment. I mean, I hope that we don't even have to go down this road and we win today, but an awful performance by our team today, my homies. Tomorrow might be a somber day.
Yeah. I mean,
this is a pump-up show, okay? Stop that talk right now. That's it. That gets cut off right now.
Good comment, though.
Been influenced. You're letting Kate influence you. Don't do the pump-up.
I've got to be honest and say I don't think it matters what happens today. I don't think Ange is going anywhere.
No reality, no stats, no facts. It's just complete delusion. Fully behind the Spurs. Even if we were playing, every single player was injured. We didn't even have 4 players to start the game. We're still going to win against the best Real Madrid squad that's ever been put on this planet. That's what we do. My only concern with these injuries coming back now, a true test of how good this manager really is. And I've said this before, that one thing that bothers me is I don't think he really truly knows his squad. Not that he doesn't know his best 11, but I don't think he knows them at a personal level. So what I'm hoping happens is that now he manages the players properly that are coming back from injury. If we see reoccurrences of the same injuries, then we're going to say, cheers, Chance. We're going to have to sit here and say, look, he is ruining our players. I'm still frustrated with him because if VDV doesn't come back and and be 100%. If that gorgeous specimen of a human being isn't just lighting up the pitch the way he should be doing, then I'm going to be a bit frustrated. But let's just see how it does now. Like you said, we're back. We're battling. Let's get out there. Let's start with 3 points today.
Amazing that there's this big protest going on today, and Daniel Levy isn't even there. He's in America.
How ironic.
I didn't know that was the case. But
visiting me, Kate. Ha ha ha. Shut up.
The substitutes today for Tottenham are Kinski, Udogi, Gray, Basuma, Sarr, Moore, Odegaard, Johnson, and Scarlett. Someone did ask who was on the bench. Yeah, I was listening to Lee Hendry today on Sky Sports News, who said that he thinks the criticism of Ange is unbelievable and totally unacceptable, and that he's been injury ridden and that people aren't giving him sort of any leeway for that. But he did also say that Ange needs to not abandon his philosophy entirely, but tweak it a bit with what he's got available. But there is still people backing Ange. There's still a lot of people not backing Ange, but I just don't think he's going anywhere for the time being. So I think we should just get behind him and see what happens, because we all know if he does go, we're going to end up with Ryan Mason.
Well, he's not going to be sacked within the next hour. So the bottom line is he is going to be in charge of the club that's going to be fighting United. He's going to be in charge of the players that are playing United. So I'm going to get behind this man for the next 90 minutes. That's all I can do right now. From a fan's perspective, all I can do is back who is there right now, back the players that are on the pitch then and there, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm hoping these guys come back with a big fire in their belly. That's all I really want to see right now. I want to see them start fighting and start showing us as fans that they do have pride for that badge and have pride in their club, and they want to go and achieve something and try to pick themselves up from where they are and at least finish as high as they possibly can, even if it might not be in a Champions League position or a Europa League or even that Intercontinental Toto Cup thing, whatever, Conference League thingy. Push yourselves as high as you can, even if it means getting into the top 10 at least. Show us as fans that you're going to keep pushing forward, we're going to get better, and then honestly put forth an effort to get that Europa League trophy. Is that too much to ask? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Did I mention how much snow is outside today? So I'm depressed and I need something happy. You better win today, guys. I'm really pissed off if you don't. I think you should. The whole team bus better show up to shovel my damn snow if they don't.
There you go. Bobby's spoken. Jimbo, what was you going to say there?
I was going to say Wu Jan. Is it Wu Jan? Made a good comment when he said that he's been Ange out, but when he sat back and thought about it, he would find he can't think of another manager coming in and doing as good with the injury crisis we had. So I mean that's a sensible way to look at it in my eyes. So it's like starting afresh now. That's it. I've been Ange out, but I had a bigger think, and I don't think anyone could have done well with the injuries. I do.
Great comment.
Could have done better in small instances, but I won't judge him till the end of the season. And I think if a lot of people do that, it's going to help. Instead of screaming.
How dare you come here? How dare you come here with your logical thinking? This is the Tottenham fan base. We don't do things like that. Go on, Leo. Sorry.
I thought that was a great comment.
No, it is a very good comment, and just to kind of allude to that and what Bobby were talking about, it's just he's our manager, my homies. Let's back him. I mean, he's our manager for our team, and God forbid it turns to Ryan Mason. Let's back him. But right now, Ange, let's back him, my homies. If it's suicidal football, if it's kamikaze football, if it's freaking park the bus football, whatever type of brand it is, it's our team brand right now. Like we have to write it out right now. You know what I mean? And so right now, until things change, it's Ange Postecoglou. Like it has to be.
Yeah.
Did I mention it snowed about 8 inches here last night, and Spurs need to win today?
We haven't got any snow in Lincolnshire. We was due to have a drizzle of snow, but we've had nothing. So stop boasting is what I say.
That's why I send you the videos.
2-1.
Liverpool Wolves is 2-1. Obviously, this guy gets a lot of criticism, Jimbo, but Johnson's back on the bench. So I think I'm probably going to get pelters for this. I think we've missed this guy.
We've missed his goals.
Yeah. I mean, do you think he sees any minutes today?
It depends. I think it depends on how the game's going, Kate, to what subs he does. I mean, he's not going to put people on just to give them 20 minutes in their legs if
Mm.
we're in certain situations. I think it all depends on how the game's going to who gets on.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. And the same with Odeberg, Leo. Do you see him possibly getting any minutes to try and maybe 10 minutes to get rid of the rust?
Look, the only way I think these guys are seeing minutes is in a dire need where like we probably need to try a new spark, or we're comfortably ahead in the lead and just saying, hey, go get 5 minutes before the end of the game. Look, apart from that, I really don't want to see these players yet, just because I don't want any type of reoccurrences. I don't know what the injuries are to Odeberg. I don't know what the injuries are to Johnson. However, if you can get some minutes, I would prefer you get those minutes. I guess when they're more manageable, more doable. I would hate to say, Johnson, we need you to try and get a tap-in goal. We need you to try and do something. Go out there and do it. You know, that's what I don't want to see. I would love to see minutes, but only if it's to wrap the game up.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's say, look, straight away, Johnson wouldn't get a game for a top 15 team. I do think he gets treated quite harshly, Johnson. You know,
he scores goals.
Look, Kate,
He's
the thing
scoring
is with
goals.
Johnson, he's a bit of an in and out player. Sometimes he comes on as a sub and does fantastic. Sometimes he starts and does fantastic. Then other times he starts and he's just not there at all. And sometimes he comes on as a sub. I mean, they brought him on as a sub before he got injured. And I said to you, I don't think he's touched the ball. The whistle blew at the end. And what did I say to you? I don't think he touched the ball. So he's kind of an in and out player. We need him to get some consistency. But the only thing he was consistent at, he was scoring quite a bit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I'm
to be fair, people were sitting here slating the kid, saying he's only scoring tap-ins, but you got to be in the right spot for a tap-in too, though.
I don't mind a tap-in.
I don't care. I don't care if it goes enough your butt cheek. As long as it's a goal that posts up there for Tottenham, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's come on sometimes, Kate, and won us the game.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think he's better as an impact sub than a starter, personally. I think I've always.
Sonny?
If you want to talk about Sonny, Bobby, you can. You want to talk about him?
No. You just said the impact sub thing, though.
I'm surprised
That's an argument I've been having in this house with my little one, who is the biggest Sonny fan that lives in this house at least. I was going to say in the world, but there might be a few other ones. But I you know what? For as much as it's painful, I think this is why a lot of us are frustrated with what we're seeing with Sonny, is because not only do we demand more from him, but I think we just want more for the guy, because he's just such a lovable person. To see him down is frustrating to us. And then, of course, we see the whole team kind of get taken down with it as well. But I really, really hope that he's just something clicks now for the last handful of games going into the end of the season, and just reminds us why we just absolutely love him. We're missing his smile as well, and I just want to see him electrified again. He's just such a class human being. I really hope the footballer can bounce back, man. Really, really hoping so.
Yeah, and as Deem says here, you can't keep a good dog down. There's been many times we've all said Sonny's finished, Sonny's done this, Sonny's had that, he's too slow, Leo, and then he comes and makes us all have mud on our face. And I'm hoping that that's what happens for the rest of the season.
I'm one of those people that ends up having to wipe a ton of mud off their face, because I constantly slag off Heung-min's son. And look, I say that respectfully because I'm a huge Heung-min Son fan, right? I feel like Sonny is capable of doing far more than what I expect him to, you know what I mean? And that's because he's done this in the past. And it's almost like it's how can I phrase this? It's almost seeing like your favorite boxer that's just not living up to it anymore. He's going in the rings, and it's like watching Mike Tyson fight against the Paul kid. It was just it becomes a point where it's like, man, when is the conversation going to be had respectfully? Because it's a chat that needs to be had respectfully, because Sonny is a legend, and a lot of people like we say, you're either on this side or that side. There's no gray area with Sonny, and It's been a pretty steep decline, if I say so myself, my homies.
Yeah, it has. It has been a steep decline. He has declined, Leo. But I could never say a bad word against him, even when he plays.
No,
bad.
and like I said,
What he's done for the club is second to none. He's stuck by us when he could have gone to other clubs. Liverpool wanted him. He's for me. He's what Spurs is about. He's Mr. Spurs. He's a true legend.
I agree, Jimbo, 1000%. But we are going to get to this fork in the road sooner or later, and some people just have high beams on and see the fork in the road a lot sooner. That doesn't mean we're at the fork in the road. It's just a lot of people see the fork in the road, and we don't want to get to that point. I don't want to get to that point. You know what I mean? And I feel like I'm getting to that point already where like I need to make that decision.
Yeah.
I just think for me, right, if he has bad games, I just keep my mouth. I'd rather keep my mouth shut than talk bad about him, because for me,
I agree.
He's one of the best things that's ever happened to this club, and I've supported this club for over 50 years. He's been fantastic for this club, absolutely. Some of the days he's give us put smile on our faces. You know, you could count and count over the last 10 years.
Oh, I want him to see him be our next Ledley. I want to see him become a club ambassador. I want to see him talking to the youth. I want to see him pushing the product out there while pushing the club out there. He's the kind of person that you want out there in the community representing your club.
He is that image. He is that person, of course, man. Of course, it is, which is why it makes it even more a touchy subject.
Yeah, I get it. And this is why, obviously, rivals and some Spurs fans say that the fan base is too sentimental. But you know what? I just think this guy's done so much for the club, like Jimbo says. I still think he's got something to offer as well. I just think he's out of form and short on confidence. And I think he's a bit knackered as well. I'm not going to lie. But what were you going to say, Jimbo?
Yeah. Some of the goals he scored for us, I mean, they're going to go down in the Spurs record books forever. You know, the one against Burnley, when he took it through the whole team. You know, the guy, he's just a legend. For me, he's a legend. If he walks away from this club without a trophy, right, for me, he's still a legend, but it will be an absolute sin if that guy doesn't walk away with a medal and a trophy from this club.
We said that about Kane,
the Audi Cup.
Yeah. He's got the Audi Cup. Don't be greedy. But yeah, we said that about Kane. It's just look, we'll have to see.
Oh my God, Harrison! What a comment! What a comment!
What comment?
Yeah, I mean that's the first
one that you just brought up. It's so true.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Yeah, but Harry Maguire, the last game particularly for Man United, was excellent. But Sonny, it's the same with Kane. To think that he left us without ever winning anything, when you see the games and the way we played under Poch and stuff, it baffles me that we never won anything, but we didn't. And look, there's not much to salvage from this season, but we obviously want to get as many points as we can, get up the table, and hopefully win the Europa League.
I mean, for Sonny, if we win the Europa League, for Sonny, it'd probably been worth it. Sticking with us. He loves this club, so this club should love him.
The Europa League is a prestigious trophy. Any player, of course, Sonny. Yeah, if you only win one trophy in your career and it happens to be a Europa League at Tottenham, and you're the man that lifted that trophy, your statue is definitely needed outside. It's needed now. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, to just add that cherry on top, Jimbo. Woof, you just warmed it up in here, my homie.
Exactly. It's getting to that stage. The watch along is live at 3. What time is it? Hang on, 3. Yeah, it's 3:50 now.
No. 40 minutes.
I'm thinking it's a 3 o'clock kickoff. I'm completely lost the plot. Obviously, we kick off at 4:30. The watch along starts at 4:15 with Sim and Amir. So we are looking to know who is going to score and what your goal scorers are going to be. Just for Cantab, it's Anana in goal, Mazraoui, De Ligt, Maguire, Dalot, Casemiro, Dogu, Fernandes, Garnacho, Xerxes, and Højlund for Manchester United. But yeah, we need to know what's the score going to be today and who is going to score the goals. And holy moly, Jim, you look 10 years younger, apparently.
Thank you. I'll take that.
His new shirt.
You
It's
don't
a
need
new
to say
shirt.
anymore, Excel. Thank you.
Well, it was
Leo.
Valentine's Day yesterday, Jimbo.
Yeah, and I
That's
did
right.
buy him that shirt,
Yeah, it was
that
2 days
purple
ago,
shirt.
Leo.
Yeah, this
Whatever,
is my
yeah, you know what I
Valentine's
mean.
present.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
But Leo, I'm going to come to you first. What's the score going to be today, and who do you think is going to get Tottenham's goals if we're going to score? Of course.
Can I just say, Kate? Sorry, Leo. Can I just say? Actually, I spoke to. I had a FaceTime with my friend in Sri Lanka today, and he actually told me I look really, really well. So that's the second person in one day. So I'm very happy.
Oh
today.
God, I'm going to have this
I
all
tell
day
you every
now.
day how hot you look.
Yeah, but I take it for granted from you, Bobby.
You know what? The two of you today, seriously, disappointing.
Yes, Leo, scorers,
Yeah.
please, my lovely.
Ooh, tough one. You're putting me on the spot, Kate. I'm gonna go with a comfortable 2-0 win for the Spurs. I'm gonna fancy Tell to get another goal. Did he score a goal for us yet?
Yes.
Yep.
He did, right? He got the
Yep.
nice little dink. He's gonna score another goal, and this time he's gonna blow us out of our seats. And then we're gonna get a set piece off of a header or going into their goal, not ours. We're gonna score on a set piece. I'm going with one of our center backs. Let's go. Convincing clean sheet. Vicario back in the lineup. The perfect way to go on with this new breath of life after this protest. You know what I mean? Spurs, we're just gonna march up the table, and it starts with poning this team today. Manchester United they're heavyweights in English football right now. They're limping a bit. Let's go knock them down even more. Let's put their face in the mud. Let's walk out of our stadium holding our heads high, like it's gonna happen, my homies. And my daughter, yes, she's going with me to the pub, which she never really does because let's just go that's my place of worship. I go there to get nitty gritty with the homies. But my daughter's going with me today, and yesterday her precise words were, "Dad, we're winning tomorrow," which is today. We're winning, my homies. Let's go.
I like it. I love that you think we're going to get a clean sheet.
I love this comment.
What?
It's because Tottenham had a week off.
Oh, that you look well.
Yeah.
You're probably right. We have got, I didn't even, crazy prediction from me, but we're scoring in the first 15 minutes. 3-1 Spurs win. Come on, you Spurs. 2-1 Spurs win. Paige did predict a 3-1 United win, but she thinks it might be the other way round. Spurs win 5-1. Wow. Tell to score 2 and Madders to get 1, 3-1. Statement game from Spurs 4-1. Look, we need Madders to step up and have a good game today. We know he can do it, but he needs to do it today for sure. Bobby, right, hang on. Before I go to you, Bobby, Leo's got to go. So, Leo, before you go, thank you very much, obviously, for joining us. Just let us know what's coming up on your channel over at the Mile High Hotspur.
Yeah, so
That's
apologies for taking off. Yeah, apologies for taking off a bit early. I go to the pub here locally. I'm part of the Colorado Spurs, and I get there a bit earlier so that I can, introduce myself to any new people or greet any of the homies coming up. So I do got to take off. Stuff coming up on my channel. Well, I do match day vlogs, like I said, and I'm also a huge Colorado Rapids fan and a season ticket member, and I will be doing match day vlogs. But yeah, any type of support is always welcome, my homies. You're always welcome to check out my channel, and if you like it, subscribe.
Exactly. Leo, I've got to be honest and say Leo does some of the best match day vlogs I've seen on the internet. So make sure you do go over to the Mile High Hotspur and subscribe to him. And yes, he's in Colorado. It's not because he's Mile High Hotspur because he does naughty things on aeroplanes. It's because he's in the Mile High City. Is it a city, Colorado? Or a state? What is it?
So it is the Mile High City. Denver is known as the Mile High City. Quick geography class, my homies. We are 5,280 feet above sea level, which would mean we are a mile high, which is why I decided to go with that. Not because I do enjoy doing naughty things on airplanes, except I just don't go on them enough. Peace and love, my homies.
Thank you so much. Have a great day and speak to you soon.
Have a good one, Leo. Enjoy the game, bro.
Later. Come
Yeah,
on, you
enjoy the game.
Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. I literally am the most useless person at
He is
geography.
in Denver, Colorado.
I've no idea
City's
anything.
first and
I
then
told
the
you that
state.
about 4 times, Kate.
Yeah, but I don't listen.
Oh,
Sorry.
AK, don't you start, okay? Don't you encourage them.
And thank you very much, Gaza, my favourite person of the day. But Bobby, what's the score going to be today, and who is going to score for Spurs?
I just wish Leo would be a bit more positive, though. But I agree with one thing he says. I think Big Vic is going to come in, and I think if the hungriest person that's coming back from injury is that guy, because he got hurt, and he watched his kid come in, have a man of the match performance kind of thing right away, and he might have been concerned about a spot, and now he's got to fight for it a bit. So I'm looking forward to seeing Big Vic back. I'm looking forward to seeing him show everybody why he's our number one. Traditionally, he doesn't really keep clean sheets. We know that. But today is the day he does, baby. Let's go. 4-0 to the Spurs. Sonny brace because you got a little bit of hate. So now you get lots of love, baby. And then, of course, let's give Matters one. And let's let the new boy pop another one in. And let him spark everything up. 4-0 to the Spurs. Come on. Let's go.
Wow, I am absolutely loving that.
Honestly, I look at their defense. I think Maguire is the only one that's a bit of concern. Did the lit's been off? Mazraoui's, hit and miss kind of thing. I think that we have a lot of pace that we're going to be able to rip these guys up with. So I'm really looking forward to seeing. Shit, man. You know what? I'm going to give Sonny one, and I'm going to give Odebert one coming off the bench. Let's go. I hope that. Could you imagine Tal and Odebert out there together? They both get a goal each. Let's go.
That would be smoking hot enough to melt all that snow. Just saying. But Gaza says 5-1 Spurs. I am not normal. Not normally. I'm not normal. But I'm not normally the most positive person on this panel. But I fancy a win today. I'm feeling very, very, very confident. I don't know why.
1-1 draw?
No, I'm going for a 3-1 Spurs win, actually, Bobby. And I'm going Kulusevski to get one. I'm going Madders to get one, and I am going to go Brennan Johnson to get one off the bench. And for their goal, I'm going to go Bruno Fernandes, probably with a penalty that's not a penalty. But that's my prediction, 3-1, I fancy. Jimbo, hang on. Lovin says, Heart says Spurs 2-0. Head says 3-1 Man U. Oh, not with that team.
Love it. Don't listen to your head. Obviously, there's something wrong up there today.
Yeah, exactly. Listen to your heart.
Follow your heart.
Jimbo, what about you? What's the score going to be and who's going to score?
Well, someone asked.
Sorry, and those of you in the chat, get your score predictions in too, so we can take a quick look at them. Let's see what you got for us.
So someone asked in the chat where I like it in the stadium. I like the Shelf, definitely.
We're going to the Forest game, but we're South Stand lower, aren't we?
Yeah. But when I had a season ticket for the old stadium.
I love it.
After nearly 25 years, I was in the West Stand, and that was where all my friends were. So,
every time.
Well, I probably wouldn't have gone in there if all my mates weren't in there, but that's where they were. So I got my ticket with them. But look, if I'm anywhere in the stadium nowadays, because we live so far away from the stadium, I'm happy. Doesn't matter where I am. Unless I'm next to the Arsenal fans, I didn't like that. Not one bit. When we played Arsenal, we was next to the Arsenal fans, and they were a bit scummy to my wife, so I wasn't too happy then. All right, Smithy. Well, my score. You want my score? I'm going 4-1. 4-1 to Spurs.
Wow, Bobby was more positive than you. This is unbelievable scenes.
I think.
I just really wish sometimes Jim would get behind the team.
I think that we will probably let it go in today. But I think we're gonna 2 first half, 2 in the second half, and I'm gonna go Sonny to get 2 and Tell to get 2.
Wow, I like it. Brennan Johnson, Madders and Tell 3-1 Spurs with a Bruno pen. That's basically what I said. I'm liking it. 5-0 Spurs says James Flower. 3-2 Spurs says Spurs Shoal. 3-0 Spurs says Kenneth.
Let's go. Come on. Keep it up. Let's go. Bring it.
Chirpy says Tell Kulu and Bergvale to get a goal. 4-1 to United. Boo.
Amen. Give your head a shake. Come back with a different prediction.
2-0 Spurs, Vicario brace. I love it.
Nice.
Liverpool wins, of course. 17-0 Tottenham win. Sonny double hat-trick, Tell hat-trick, Kulu brace, Madison brace, Odeberg goal, and Brennan the Rock Johnson hat-trick.
That's it. We can leave now. Samuel has wrapped up the show.
Samuel, I think you should put £1 on that. But we're also going to score in the first 15 minutes. Hat-trick for Tell, 3-1. 10-0 Spurs. Jim, you look like James Bond. Bloody hell, what's going on with the Jim loving today? 2-1 United, said Travelling Storm. Jim, the old White Hart Lane with no seats was unreal. 55,000 swaying and shouting. I even saw Best Lawton Charlton there. Yeah, the old White Hart Lane. There was nothing quite like the old White Hart Lane. 3-1 Spurs. You didn't see it, did you say, Bobby? Oh, it's
I never saw White Hart Lane. No.
What a play!
Well, you got to remember, the first game I ever got to was the North London Derby, which was 2 years ago.
Yeah, I've got to just tell you a quick story, chatters. That White Hart Lane's where Jimbo and I met. So yeah,
it wasn't at the pool hall because I thought.
No, that was after. That was after.
So it's got a very special meaning in our heart, that old White Hart Lane. But 3-1 Spurs, Werner hat-trick. That will be a miracle because he's not even on the bench. 2-2, Ange to score 1-0. And 3-0 Spurs, says Ben. I think Derek Ange to score 1-0 would be wonderful.
That'd be great.
35-17 with Son with the winning touchdown. Listen, thank you to everyone who's watched us today. We've still got nearly 500 in, still only got 153 likes, but that's better than it was. Look, well done to everyone that chose to protest today. I take our hats off to you and doff our caps. And it was nice that it was done in a respectful way with no trouble. Have a great day, everyone. Enjoy the game. Don't forget, Sim and Amir start the watch along in 14 minutes. Massive extra special thanks to Jacob for becoming a new member, for Samuel for the super chat, and also for Thomas for the super chat. Bobby, anything going on at Free Spurs Boys you want to tell us about?
Nope. Nah, we'll be we're probably going to be doing something this week. Actually, the boys were even talking about doing a watch along today for this show. They're really Jay is back for the week, my big one, so he really wants to try doing a watch along. I don't know if he might do one today. So wow. I don't know. You might see the two boys live later on this afternoon. If not, we'll be pushing something out. I'm soon sure something to have a light laugh. But if you want a lighter kind of side of football things and more of our silliness, then this is the channel for you. I don't mean this one. I mean ours.
Yeah.
They talk serious here.
It's always good fun over at Bobby's. Jimbo and I, and please do come along if you're not if you're not already subscribed to us. We're back tomorrow lunchtime, where we recap on the Premier League's action, hopefully celebrating a Manchester United victory. No, a Tottenham victory. What is it with me today? I swear, Jim, I think you've put something.
You just can't help yourself.
If I had the power, I would have kicked you off.
Oh, sorry, Simon.
In my drink. Honestly,
no,
my head's just gone funny. But what Simon said?
He asked if I was naked under the gown.
But yes, hopefully.
I wish it's too cold, bro. It's too cold.
James Flower, I will get you on the channel. Do not worry, and we will meet up for breakfast when we go to the Nottingham Forest game in April with Leo. But please, everybody, subscribe to this lovely channel. Subscribe to Leo, Bobby, myself, and Jimbo. Have a brilliant day. Go and support Sim and Amir. And as always, come on, you Spurs.
Hang on. Just answer page 31. Answer her.
Did Kate predict a United win? No, I predicted 3-1 Spurs, but I did accidentally say a United victory. But yes, she's definitely not.
Yes, she did, Paige. She did. Go back about a minute and a half.
Listen,
okay,
I'm 46.
2 minutes, Paige. She did, Paige. She did.
I'm 46
and she doesn't know the difference between America and Canada.
I'm 46 and blonde. Sometimes you have to take a bit of what's the word? You have to make allowances for my stupidness. Yeah, that's it. Kate out. Kate, that's a red card. Kate coming to the dark side. Kate the snake.
Straight red.
Oh. I promise you, I've gone for 3-1 Spurs. And as always, don't listen to me. Just come on, you Spurs.